tried to make me up to attack me, and then she dismantles him. Clarence Thomas is sick. And Ketanji Brown Jackson was on him like Omar was on everybody in The Wire. She brought the pump shotgun for his ass. I think that's probably what I think maybe that footnote you're looking for. Footnote 103 is on page 25.
Oh, no, right. I love this here, Reese. She says, Justice Thomas ignites Justice Thomas ignites too many more straw men to list or fully extinguish here. The takeaway is that those who demand that no one think about race, quote, a classic pink elephant paradox, refuse to see, much less solve for, the elephant in the room, the race-linked disparities that continue to impede achievement of our great nation's full potential. Worse still, by insisting that obvious truths be ignored, that they prevent our problem-solving institutions from directly addressing the real import and impact of social racism and government-imposed racism. At 55, Thomas J. concurring, thereby deterring our collective progression toward becoming a society where race no longer matters. I mean, she was like, boy, you just offering straw man arguments that don't amount to nothing, and I just don't even have enough time to extinguish them here.
I mean, it's like, we all get into these arguments on social media with somebody who just don't know what the fuck they talking about. And it's just like, we aren't even in the same realm of the conversation. You are on some whole other shit that I don't even have time to properly respond to. But I just have to say, I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Fuck the founding farmers. This whole founding fathers, this whole notion that like, oh, we're going against the founding fathers. They own slaves. Fuck them. Fuck them and their stupid ass vision. This was not a race blind country. This was not equality for all country unless you buy into their notion that enslaved people are not in fact human beings. So it's absurd, and it's gaslighting how these white supremacist justice, including Justice Thomas, try to sit up there and act like they are showing deference to the notion of color blindness by invoking people that fucking did not see black people as human beings, let alone women as human beings. That's a whole nother story too. So I just think that we're having a discussion on the terms and with notions that were bullshit from the very beginning. And to carry them forward is just delusional, but it's intentional. It's working as designed. It's going to have the impact that they wanted to have. The only thing is there's going to be collateral damage with people that they typically wouldn't want to do harm to, which is not black people